All right, here we go. So we're going to start something new on our channel. We are going to just video all of our trapping, I guess, adventures and days here on the line. So what we're first going to start to do is I've got a new batch of MB50s, and they're brand new. So I'm going to give them a little soak in a bath of muriatic acid. So I've got apologize for the lighting. I know it's kind of a little difficult. So I've got my bucket of traps here ready to go. So I'm gonna put probably about a third of this gallon in that container. I'm gonna fill it up with cool water and let it soak for about 45 minutes. We'll be right back. All right, so we're filling up our container. You can see, hold on, I'll make sure I don't drop you in the acid. We're getting towards the top, and you can already see the oil and the grease that's making its way off the traps. It's not clear, and that's how it should be. It should be pulling off all that grease, and basically what you want to do is to get a good amount of rust. So we're going to go through the process. We're going to soak these in the acid. Then we're going to boil them in our dye solution. And then we're going to boil them in our wax solution. So we're going to go through all the different steps of the process when you have new traps, especially. So I had a batch of new traps last year, and we didn't do this. We did just like a degreaser real quick, and we just used them. And then throughout the year, they just started to rust out themselves. So some guys will say that's the way to do it. Some guys do this. So we're just starting to do something different. So you can see already almost like the acid taking effect on those traps. And it's almost like sizzling. So that will give us a nice good rust really quick instead of letting them sit through the elements all year. So from here, we're going to let them sit about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. And then we'll take them out and put them in a bath of just clear, cool water, no soap, no nothing else. And then we'll tell you how to dispose of this acid. All right, we'll be right back. All right, so here we are. We've taken our traps that were in here. I actually put last year's in there. And I put them in some fresh water just to rinse all the acid off. So here they are. This is now a trap that's ready to be dyed. You can see the coloration that's changed. It's got like a brownish tint to it, so that initial coating is taken off. I hope you guys can see it, but there's one of them. This is the second one. You can see the water's still brown in there. So now that these are rinsed off, now we're ready for the dyeing process. And it's getting a little late in the day, so we'll probably do it tomorrow. But I'll let you see last year's traps. I've been soaking these for a while too. And these already had a little bit of a, you see there, this one's already rusty. So I'm not gonna soak them that long. And as you can see, I'm using a metal rod to take these out because you don't want that on your hands. So the other thing I'm gonna do is once all the traps are out, throw some baking soda in there, and I'm gonna neutralize that solution because it's acid. So wherever you dump it, don't dump it down the drain, or like we have a septic system. That's the last place you want to put acid. So I'm just going to dump it and then, I'm going to put some baking soda and neutralize it. And then see the grass out there, we're just going to dump it in the grass, and it's just going to be like normal water. So yeah, that's our first step in new traps. And now we're going to move on to dyeing and waxing them. All right, we'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, one more quick video on the acid bath. So this is a little bit of a reference on a white background. You can see that that trap has some good color. It almost looks a little green through the phone, but in person when I'm looking at it, it's got a nice brown tint to it. So, and I can feel it. It's got like a matte finish to it. So that's going to be really good for when we get it into that the dye process. That dye is really going to stick to that trap really well. So I just wanted to add that to it, just so you guys saw. I know it's a little hard to see outside, but up next we'll start boiling, dyeing, and put them in the wax.